All right, here is the classic bad news, good news situation. The good news, the Ghost of Paul Revere has 2 shows coming up in Portland this weekend. The bad news is they're already both sold out.
But there are other main shows coming up. We're going to hear from them first in our studio, the Ghost of Paul Revere.
Sitting on a power line, sweet little thing, don't you know you caught my eye? Well, spread your wings and come over to me. I said spread your wings and come over to me. Oh, little bird, did you hear the song of mine? Spitting up blood, torrenting blood and wine. Well, it tears my love, you don't need pain of mine. Yes, it tears my love, you don't need pain of mine. Oh, Lord. When your bones feel hollow, you tremble and shake, you cry when you're all alone. Will you scream out loud and show you how to learn? Show me home. Will your bones feel hollow, you tremble and shake, you cry when you're all alone. Will you scream out loud and show you how to learn? Show me home. Sing whoa, sing whoa. Hear the sorrow why? Hold them all, roots are buried deep inside. Well, sing it out loud and sing it to me. I said sing it out loud, oh, sing it to me. Sing whoa, sing whoa. Tremble and shake, you cry when you're all alone. Will you scream out loud to show you how, little bird, you show me home? Will your bones feel hollow, you tremble and shake, you cry when you're all alone? Will you scream out loud to show you how, little bird, you show me home? Will your bones feel hollow, you tremble and shake, do you cry when you're all alone? Can you scream out loud to show you how, little bird, you show me home? Do your bones feel hollow, do you tremble and shake, do you cry when you're all alone? Can you scream out loud, I can show you how, little bird, you show me home.
Max, Sean, Griffin, and Jackson. Griffin gets to do the talking for the band. Come on up. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having us.
You know, you guys have pulled off something that is not easy. You started out local band, playing in local joints. Yeah. And now you've made it. You're touring nationally. This is your full-time job,
It's our full-time gig. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't think, we never thought, like 6 years ago when we started the Dogfish, this would be a thing we would be doing.
Dogfish Cafe,
For sure, yeah. But now we did, I think, over 200 shows this year. Put 60 or 70,000 miles on our van. And
you know, you play this kind of music. You started out playing this kind of music because it was what you guys loved. Did you think that you could draw big enough audiences that you'd be able to make a living at it?
No, we didn't. Especially even in town here. When first time we played Port City, we were terrified no one was going to show up. And now we've done Thompson's Point in the state, and it keeps getting bigger, and we're playing these huge festivals around the country now and just having a blast. It still is pretty surreal. But we believe in the music, so I think that's what carries it for sure.
You have played all over the country.
Yeah.
Is there a favorite, or do you love coming home to Maine?
We love coming back to Maine, for sure. This is our home, and the crowds here are incredible. We have a lot of fun out in Colorado and on the West Coast, and been to some great festivals, but there's nothing quite like coming back to Portland, for sure.
You must see some familiar faces too in the audience when you come back home.
Oh, for sure, for sure. The New Year's show sold out so quickly that we had a lot of friends being like, well, I didn't get my tickets, so I don't know what I'm going to do. We were like, we didn't know it was going to sell out before Thanksgiving, but that's how it goes sometimes.
What did you say to those piteous souls?
We're like, what kind of favors can you do for us to get free tickets to the show? No, we got a bunch of them in and figured out ways to, especially our friends who are musicians, we're going to have some special guests, and that was the best way to get them into the show, for sure.
Given this success, did you feel more pressure when you were working on the new album, Monarch, which came out just a couple of months ago?
It did. You know, I think that we went into the studio for the new record in exactly the opposite mindset, where we wanted to make a record we couldn't play live, and that really created a freedom we never had in a record before, and we just kind of did whatever we wanted. So there was no impetus that it would become a big thing. We just kind of made the music we wanted to make.
Well, you sound good and you're having fun. Clearly no good is going to come of that.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Again, 2 shows this weekend at Port City Music Hall, but they're both already sold out. They've got a show coming up at the Criterion Theater in Bar Harbor in January, though tickets still available for that. We'll be back with more from the Ghost of Paul Revere in a moment.